Sorry about that. So, all right. So we finna start with the first question to kind of like tell you my trick on how to, you know, keep getting these questions right on dosage count. So sorry about that. I was trying to like text it, but I think it was a little bit more like it's better if I could just do it like visually. So here's question A. It's just an example question. Your 32-year-old patient who weighs 188 pounds has an order for 100 milligrams a day IV divided into 4 doses. The drug available is 10 milliliter vial containing 50 milligrams per milliliter. How many milliliters would you administer per dose? Okay, so here's the things we need to underline. So what's number one important is 188 pounds. So that's going to be always the most important because you got to know how much they weigh in order to get that pounds. So then you also do 100 milligrams per day because since it's divided in 4 doses and they're giving you a day on the dose, you have to include the day. Had they not had this day, you wouldn't have to include the doses, but since it says day, you have to include the doses. So it says available in 10 milliliter vial containing 50 milligrams per milliliter. So basically, this is like reconstitution. So it's basically the drug available is in 10 milliliter vials containing 50 milligrams per milliliter. So this is like the joke of the problem right there. So you don't really need that because it basically gave it to you right there. So how many milliliters would you administer per dose? So we're going to write right here the question mark. I always do this. Milliliters per dose. So if you need me to explain it a little bit more, I can explain a little bit more. But that's basically what we need. So, of course, this is the joke one. So, how many milliliters? So, we're going to start off with this conversion because, remember, I told you we're going to start off what we need. So, we need milliliters. Don't worry about this because it's basically the drug available in 10 milliliter vials. So, basically, it's just the vial which containing 10 milligrams per milliliter. So, like I was saying, you're going to start with 1 milliliter over 50 milligrams. All right. So we got 1 milliliter over 50 milligrams. So now the next conversion is going to be this. So this is going to be the next conversion that we have. So it's going to be 100 milligrams a day. So now those milligrams can cross out. So the 50 milligrams over 100 milligrams a day. So those get crossed out. So 1 day is divided into 4 doses, or you can do 24 hours equals 6, 6, but you can do that, but then we're just going to keep it simple and just do 1 day equals 4 doses. So we're just looking for milliliters per dose. So since they didn't give us a kilogram, we don't really need anything to do with the pounds. At first, I said that how they would have gave it to you in kilograms, like it would have said 100 milligrams per day per kilogram, I would include the kilogram. But since they really didn't much include it, I'm not gonna, use it because we don't need it. Because remember, I told you we already have our milliliters right here on top and the doses at the bottom. And remember what we need milliliters per dose. So why do I need that if I literally just got what I needed? Sometimes you got to keep going, but in this type of problem, you really don't have nothing to convert but what we have right here. So this is very important, this next part. Listen, please do not calculate it throughout the problem. Like, okay, so I got 1 million, so I can just do 1 divided by 50, and then I can do times 100 divided by 1 times 1 divided by 4. Don't do that because then your problem going to be wrong because it goes by PEMDAS. So you got to multiply what's on top to put it right here. So, 100, 1 times 1 times 100 times 1 is 100. And then now you do the bottom. So it's 50 times 1 times 4. So that would be 200 because 50, 100, 150, 200. So 200. And now your final answer is going to be 100 divided by 200. All right, so 100 divided by 200 is 0.5 milliliters per dose. Okay, so we're going to just backtrack on how we got that problem again. So remember I told you Yes, the pounds are as important when it comes to dosage count, but remember I told you they didn't give us no conversion for the kilograms to pounds or pounds to kilograms, so you don't necessarily need that. That's like a joke, a given, like a distractor, what I can say. And then that's important because we're trying to convert those doses into how many milliliters. So again, this 10 milliliter, it's just 10 milliliter vital. So it's just a little 10 milliliter vital, but the conversion that we needed was the milligrams per milliliter. So that's how we got it. So remember I told you, write what you need right here, milliliters per dose, question mark milliliters per dose. Put that on top, what you need, what you start off, what you need. So those cross out. So let me cross them out for you so you won't be confused. Cross, cross. The days cross out. 1 day, 1 day. Then the doses don't cross out because we don't have nothing to cross out. So we're ending off with what we needed. And then that's how I got 0.5 milliliters per dose. So I hope that helps.